Yeah, hi, this is Chris Beeling with LAN World here in Salt Lake City, Utah. I wanted to spend a few minutes talking about our imported HERA-ARMS Glock stock. We actually get a lot of calls from customers and emails asking about a video which we could put out, which would describe the product, show what comes in the box, how to install the Glock into the product, and answer some basic questions that we get a lot of emails on. And we hope this video helps. So what we like to show you is the first thing is when you receive the box and you open the box, the first thing you get obviously is a couple brochures, the instruction manual, which we will go through briefly in this video. You get the full instruction manual, you get some postcard flyers, you actually get a nice poster of the product. Inside there's actually the stock itself, which is protected in a saran wrap material, and there's also the individual little small parts to help install the stock. We will continue here in a second with the details of the components. Once you remove the Glock stock from the packaging, you'll notice that there's 3 packages as well as the stock itself. One of the things that makes a HERA Glock stock interesting is this is the ambidextrous charging handle. This can be mounted on either the left hand or the right hand side of the stock, depending on what your preference is. Over here we have a rear sight, which we'll explain, a couple location pins, and as well as a set of tools. I had asked the Germans to provide us a set of metric Allen wrenches that facilitate with the installation of the stock, and that's included. So you do not need to go out and get anything extra. It is ready to go. One thing I do want to point out on the construction of the Glock stock is it's not simply just ABS plastic, but there's actually steel reinforcement plates on the inside of the stock. It's pretty robust. The quality is definitely first. The next thing we want to do is prepare our Glock pistol to install into this Glock stock. We have here a Glock 17, and basically there's 2 things that you need to do to the pistol to get it ready for the Glock stock. Obviously we remove the upper slide and barrel from the lower. The first thing you're going to want to do is there's a cross pin in the Glock, as you can see from here, right here. This pin is provided in the kit, and basically you're going to replace the existing Glock pin with the HERA pin. You basically slide it in one side, push out the other from the other side. This provides a mounting platform to mount it in the stock. The second thing we're going to need to do is the way that the design of the stock works is it uses the rear slide to pull back and cock the pistol. So what we're going to do is I took a little rubber mallet. It didn't take very long, and I basically tapped out the original Glock sight and slid in the HERA sight, which comes in the kit, and attached the little set screw in the top. And basically those are the 2 things. You slide the original Glock sight out, you install this in the rear plate. And those are the only 2 things that you need to do to your pistol. And we will circle back here and install it. Before we mount the pistol into the stock, we need to decide what style pistol we have. The HERA stock comes from the factory with this front nose piece set for Glock 19. A Glock 17 has a little longer slide, so we need to move our nose outward. That's done by simply loosening the screw on each side of the stock, and we're going to move the nose outward just about a ½ an inch to accommodate. Okay, with our pistol put back together and the stock adjusted, a few things to point out. We increased the length of the nose so that it could fit a 17. We went ahead and installed the charging handle. Again, it's ambidextrous. We just picked the left side for the video. And we have our pistol back together, of course, with our extended pin and the rear sight. Now, one important thing to point out, before we install our pistol into this stock, this is an NFA SBR configuration, meaning whenever you put a stock or shoulder-fired device onto a pistol, it becomes a Class 3 NFA weapon. What we need to do is simply on our website, you can download a Form 4, fill it out, submit it to the ATF for approval. They send you a letter back saying it's okay, and your handgun is now registered as a short barrel rifle and can be inserted legally into this configuration. If you do not want to do that, these stocks fit airsoft, as well as there is a 16-inch barrel out on the market which extends the length, and we'll talk about that shortly. This is a registered SBR pistol, so we are okay to insert it in the stock. Basically, very simple design with the stock. On the inside, there is positive male fins that engage into the female slides of the Glock pistol, the accessory mount. So simply what we're doing is we're going to engage those fins, and I'm going to go with my other hand here, it's a little easier. But we're going to engage those fins with the stock and slide it in, and the pistol is in. There's a forward locking pin which we're going to install, and then we're going to center our guide pin. And once that is done, the pistol is in the stock. One of the things we also offer some accessories for the Glock stock. One of them is a side sling swivel mount. We also have these magazine clamps that HERA designed, which you could basically double stack your 33 round magazines, as well as side rails. The side rails are an extra option as well. But right now the pistol is ready to go. Again, the only thing you need to do to remove the pistol is take out your forward front bolt, which passes through the accessory rail of the pistol, and back out the nut, the bolt, the pass-through screw. So once that pass-through screw is backed out and that front pin is done, the pistol comes right out into your hands. Eventually, if you want, you can remove the sight, switch it back and forth, but that is basically it. We'll talk about some options here. One of the things that makes a Glock stock so versatile is obviously the Picatinny rail platforms. As seen by this example, we have a Tango down vertical grip, we have a Bright Strike tactical light, we have a ARMS 40L rear sight, an EOTech 512, and a Midwest Industry front backup sight. Sling mount is attached, as well as the accessory side rails. This firearm is pretty much ready to go for any tactical situation. Again, with a standard Glock 17 and the addition of the 33 round magazine clamps, you're pretty much ready for any situation. One of the versatile things you can do with the Glock stock is training. This is a red gun for police training, for tactical situations. Fits right in. Also, the airsoft pistols are available and will fit in the Glock stock as well. The Glock stock right now is designed for the Glock 17, the 19, the 22, 23, 31, and 32. Other models will fit with a narrower slide installed. This is a prototype 16-inch barrel to show you what a non-NFA Glock stock option would look like. There is some 16-inch barrels on the market, and we are currently in the process of designing our own. We have quite a few people that ask us about a suppressor option for the HERA Glock stock, and the answer is yes. However, in Europe, they make a very narrow, probably about an inch diameter suppressor. If that suppressor can clear the opening in the shroud, you can actually have an SD look. If not, then what you need to do is get an extended barrel that will stick out proud of the end of this with the threads, where you would add and screw on your suppressor. But the suppressed option is... Well, that brings us to the end of our video. We hope it was informative and will answer some of your basic questions about this item. Obviously, we're available Monday through Friday to answer any questions you might have over phone at area code 801-878-4880, or visit us online at www.lanworldinc.com. And for LAN World Inc., I am Chris Beeling. Thanks for watching.